Hello, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a vegetable and rice bake. This is going to be fun. For this recipe you will need some cheese, that's probably enough, some bread, some rice. I'm going to use brown rice because I like brown rice. White rice will cook slightly quicker, but there's not a lot of difference. A pepper, or half a pepper actually. Here's one I prepared earlier. And then a vast selection of, what have we got in here? A potato, a carrot, an onion. You could use red onion if you like, but I think probably better to use white onion in this. What else is in the bag? Oh yes, a parsnip and some garlic. Oh, there's more goodies in here. A turnip. Also need, from your stock cupboard, vegetable stock cubes, whatever seems appropriate to you. You will need Pyrex bowl, like so, and a measuring jug. This one measures 3/4 of a pint. Start by cutting 2 slices of bread. You're going to turn this into breadcrumbs, so if you've got stale bread, that's great. If you haven't, you can use your toaster. Press reheat. That'll make it much easier to make it into breadcrumbs. That'll dry the bread out. You probably need to do that 2 or 3 times. Go to your oven and set it to 180. I find 180 is fine for a fan oven. Well, there's nothing left in there. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, so start with your carrot. Always use a good knife. Okay, so now we've got the vegetables ready. First step is to just fry them gently for a few minutes in a big saucepan, like this one. So you want roughly a tablespoon of oil. I'm using olive oil because I like olive oil, but vegetable oil of any kind would do nicely. I'm going to sheet a little bit more in. So that's 1.5 tablespoons in fact. That's mainly because the saucepan is large, so you want to coat the bottom. And then put it on a low heat. While that's going on, I think this has got me headed. It's upside down. I'm going to put the kettle on and boil some water ready for later on. When's the oil hot enough? Well, I don't know if you can see, I just put a little sliver of onion in, and it's just starting to bubble around the edges, so that's probably hot enough. Put the rest of the onion in. So I've just put in potatoes, carrots, turnip, parsnip, and peppers, and they're all just warming up. So now I'm going to measure out some water for them. So having measured the water here, I'm now going to add a stock cube. But in actual fact, these stock cubes make up 1 litre. So I'm going to use half a stock cube. Vegemite, that much. That's optional, but I like the flavour it gives. I sometimes also add Coleman's mustard. So this is a kind of broth we're going to cook the vegetables in for a few minutes. So while that's cooking, get your bowl onto the weighing scales to set it to 0. They say 70 grams per person. So that's what 70 grams look like. Not very much, but it'll be enough. So while the vegetables are cooking, we can make breadcrumbs. Take your nice dried bread and just break it roughly into your food processor. This bread was fairly stale, and I still did about 3 or 4 hits with reheat on the toaster just to dry it out. Get your rice, get a ladle, I'm just ladling in without much juice at the moment, just the vegetables, so we can work out how far up the bowl it's going to go. And you want to go about how's that looking? Now the rice is going to fluff up when you do this, when you cook it, so you don't want to be too high up. And also we're going to be adding a topping later on, so it's almost enough. The fluid is just covering the vegetables, but only just. "35 minutes. So while it's cooking, grate the cheese. Mix half of it with the breadcrumbs. No. Take the rice from the oven. Sprinkle the breadcrumbs over. Careful, it's hot. Like so. Top with the rest of the cheese. And put it back in the oven. So when it's done, it looks like this. Very nice.